Hello, live chatters and mad hatters. This is Douglas George Bloch. Welcome to the Depression Recovery Radio Hour every week from 12 to 1 Pacific Time, going on since 2017. This is Pastor Doug, also known as Douglas George Bloch, welcoming you to yet another edition. Jennifer, Yop, Kevin, yes, the regular folks. Well, big news today. Yesterday was 2 weeks before the first anniversary of my cat Bruce Bloch's passing. And Joan and I have been looking around for 2 kittens to replace Bruce. I'm going to show you a video at 12:15 with 4 cats we were thinking of getting, two of 4 kittens. Wanted to have your votes on which ones you like the best. And also, what was the other thing? Oh, I've come up with a new subtitle for my suicide prevention book, and I wanted to get your feedback on it. Hey, Ann. Hey, Lazy Eye Ranch. Resin Zen. Gurish Radha Kisharam. Hello, my anxiety is getting worse. Well, it's tough anxiety. You can manage it. Exercise, nutrition, cognitive behavioral therapy, and also medications. I have a really good video on it called How to Rewire Your Anxious Life, How to Rewire Your Anxious Brain. Yes, God loves me. Thank you very much. And I love God. Remember what Voltaire said? God created man in his own image, and man went about and returned the favor. New kitties, yes, you're going to see them. Struggling with arthritis. One of the conditions of getting old. Anyway, California, you love kitten cats? Where you're going to see a video soon. You're at my sister's baby christening. Well, congratulations to your sister. Some of us are moving on out of the lifetime, and other people are coming in. What can I tell you? Hey, we did pretty well last week. We made some decent contributions. Thank you. Every week, every video, my YouTube views keep falling and falling like something, being thrown off the Tower of Pisa, like Galileo did, right? I have no idea. I cannot explain it. I'm doing all the same things, so I'm turning it over. God loves me. God will take care of this channel. So I'm proposing anyway. Anyway, How to Rewire Your Anxious Brain is the name of this video. Everything I know about anxiety is in this video. There's like 1,000,001 YouTube videos on it, but it is the most common mental health disorder there is. Cat videos built the internet, really. Never even watched them. Hey, Robles551, nice to see you. As I said, John, struggling with health issues. Excited for you and Joan. Bringing new kitties into your life can bring so much happiness. That's the theory. 2022 has not been a good year for me thus far. But, we still got 4 months left, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, right. Hey, Jennifer, nice to see you. Jennifer, Tiana, and C. Remember, 2 things you guys can do to help us up out this channel. Hit the like button, draw more people here, and hit that little $sign, and that you can contribute to this channel for as little as 99 cents. Kelly Burns, one of my favorite live chatters. An undertaker found a winning lottery ticket in the pants of one of his clients' lucky stiff. Well, that's funny, but the client wasn't, the dead client wasn't lucky. It was the undertaker, right? But here's one that someone told me that I'd heard. Why did the archaeologist, why did his business fail? His career was in ruins. That's pretty good. You're a Patreon contributor? Thank you very much. Now, here's something I think is very funny. I should reserve it for Christmas. Having a hard time. Took a little bit too much Ambien last night to get to sleep, to stay asleep because of my urinary tract problems. But anyway, you don't need to hear about that. But how expensive is it for Santa to park his sleigh? Santa has to park his sleigh in order to deliver the, his gifts, right? So how much does it cost? Well, it costs nothing because it's on the house. It costs nothing to park his sleigh because it's on the house. I'm going to say it one more time. It costs nothing to park his sleigh because it's on the house. There we are. Now, even the thickest of you can get that joke. My last two cats found me, just showed up. Yeah, that's how we found Bruce. That's how Bruce came. But this time we're going to something called the Pixie Project that rescues cats. Doug, thank you. Douglas, you're amazing. So your videos are insomnia. Can't get rid of it for 3 years. I'm exhausted on Lunesta, not working great. Any thoughts on mirtazapine for insomnia? Yes, Lermaron is used for insomnia quite a lot. That and trazodone and amitriptyline, the big three antidepressants that are used because they make you really drowsy, and they're all good. Thickest of us. I'm not quite sure what I said. Anyway, no one's laughing at my joke. Oh, Kevin Wilson, thank you. Yeah, mirtazapine works great according to Resin Zen. Yeah, we're waiting for one of our regular contributors, Edward Steiner, to come in. Steiner, because he often gives really cool jokes. Thank you, John Giffon. I'm not feeling that optimistic right now. Googling anxiety makes my anxiety worse. Yeah, never do that. Don't Google anything. I remember that when I got electroconvulsive therapy, ECT, in 2016, the first thing my psychiatrist said, do not read about it on the internet. I forbid you, because all sorts of horror stories. And in fact, it saved my life and saved my mother's life. Alex RCR. Hello, always lovely to be here. Would you have any advice for situations where I should avoid triggering feelings, listening to songs or watching TV shows? Well, if you see something that triggers anxiety, then you should probably not be around it. And here's DT Vids 20, one of my favorite people, young adult in school, struggling with about two-year depressive episode. Exercise does not make a dent in my mood. That is really too bad. Severely depressed, sooner than later going to have to bring in the troops, as you would say. Well, bringing the troops means TMS, ECT, ketamine. I think you live in America, don't you? New corny joke I heard. Why is Peter Pan always flying? Because he never lands. That's a dad joke, but I like it. I don't think they would. I don't think my videographers would let me tell that on screen. Veggie Metal, all right. I love his little icon at YouTube comments. Veggie Metal leaves me some very nice comments. Yeah, because he never lands. Well, I'll take a picture of that. Why is Peter Pan always flying? Because he never lands. Exactly. Who could have, how could people not know that, right? All right. A little photograph of Lazy Eye Ranch's joke. How's the weather down there in Palm Springs, huh? It's letting up here in Portland. Oh my God, my poor rhododendron needs to be watered in the front yard. Shoot, right in front of my window. It is. We've had 24 days of 90-degree weather. Jennifer Tiana, $9.99. Thank you for getting things started. Appreciate your generosity. Always do. You're from Connecticut, the highest per capita income in America. No, it's not a bad state at all. My daughter-in-law, semi-daughter-in-law, grew up in Hartford, married to my godson. I've been to Connecticut many times. I grew up in New York, been to Greenwich on the Long Island Sound, very wealthy old community. Yeah. Reef Alcott, I know I shouldn't say this, but what do you think of the antipsychotic movement, for example, actor Tom Cruise? They're throwing the baby out with the bathwater. There is a lot about psychiatry that is not the greatest, but it has a lot of really smart people, and a lot of those diagnostic categories are right on the money, and they've helped many, many, many people. Stanford, well, Stanford, Connecticut's cool. That's where they have the Shakespeare Festival. They used to. Only 90 degrees today, coolest it's been in months. Yeah, only 90. Now, anything over 85 is too much for me. So, two things we're going to do here. We're going to look at the kitties, and I'm going to ask you a very, very important question about my upcoming audiobook, which is going to change people's lives, I hope. All my other books have. Speaking of which, if you want to get a really good book on depression, written in 1998, Healing from Depression, a Body, Mind, Spirit Recovery Program, 12 Weeks to a Better Mood. Everything I know about how to manage and overcome depressive symptoms. Nothing has changed in 24 years. The basic principles still work. What do I think about Eckhart Tolle? I think he's one of the most enlightened people on the planet. I love his stuff. Well, someone sent this to me. Can you read that? It says, police toilets stolen. Cops have nothing to go on. Now, is that a lame joke or not? Emmanuel, 10 euros. Thank you. The regular contributors to this channel, I cannot thank you enough. Hi, everyone. Been on Zoloft for 3 months. Panic attacks are over, but anxiety, obsessive thoughts, and low self-esteem are still here. When I want to give up, I remember you're saying this too shall pass. You should also talk to your prescriber. 3 months is a long time. Anyway, no one commented on my lame joke. DT Vids, it's funny when distant relatives ask what are you doing for work, and I'm here too depressed to work at 21, so I usually tell a white lie, but I know someone I can work. You can work it. I couldn't get a job till I was 35, DT Vids. Don't let that scare you, but no, 21 is nothing. You're not even an infant at 21. So keep on keeping on. You will get better. Absolutely. All right. So here we go. Now, what you're going to see is a video with two sisters that are both tabbies. These are all 1 month old. Lazy Eye Ranch. I want you to hear this. And then we have what's called a tuxedo cat and a black cat. I mean, you either want to get the tuxedo and the black or the two little tabbies. Keep the lame jokes coming. They're awesome. Haha, I'm glad you like them. All right, so are you guys ready? I want your feedback. And here we go. Here's the first one. Here are the cats. This is Zirko. These are these female tabbies. Oops. Here's a female tabby here. They're sisters. And this one over here is black cat. Very, very playful, called Knox. I hear they make really good pets. Here they are. And this is Zirko here. This one over here is a tuxedo cat. What do you think? You have two tuxedo and a black cat? How are they? What's their, I was told, never owned a black cat, but I was told the Humane Society that black cats have very good temperaments for pets. Veggie Metal, $5 contribution. Hey, looking forward to the coast. Yes, I need to see if we can make that reservation, Patrick. My nephew, over in Vancouver, Washington. Is OCD episodic? 2.5 years of harm, OCD, intrusive thoughts about killing people. Don't want to harm anyone, losing hope of getting better. You need to call up or you need to connect with Robert Jenkins. He had the exact same problems about harming people and he got over it and now he's doing fantastic. Veggie Metal, if you send me your email address, I will ask Robert Jenkins permission to contact you. Thank you, Inspector Clouseau. Haven't heard from you before. I always love Peter Sellers. So, want some feedback about those cats? I'll play that video again. But in the meantime, Veggie Metal, email me douglasblog@gmail.com right here. Send me your email address, put OCD, or just put Veggie Metal in the subject line, and I will see if I can connect you with Robert Jenkins. Many of you, or some of you remember him. He was a lost cause, and he kept hanging in there, got on the right medication, and there you have it. Beautiful. You have a tuxedo too? Okay. Inspector Clouseau, you haven't been here before. Well, what do you think? They're all gorgeous, but that tuxedo is gorgeous. The black kitty looks like fun. Tabbies are sweet too. What a precious little face on the one that looked at the camera. Yes. Kelly 1130. Hi, I've been seeing a therapist for 2 years for depression. I like and trust him, but I feel worse after every session. Should you quit? No, you should talk to this therapist who you like and say, why am I feeling worse after every session? Maybe he's bringing up stuff that from the past, you know, that is pain coming up in the past that needs to be released. I don't really know, but Don't quit unless you discuss your issues with the therapist. Looking forward to the coast. That's the second time he said that, isn't it? I bet that means I better get my butt in gear and call the Taliban in. Julie Nelson, always appreciate your support. Okay, here's the second video. A lot a lot less. Here's some more tabbies. There's one. There's two, and this cat's simply sleeping on my back the whole time. I'm not quite sure I like the coloring, but the fact she chills on my... Yeah, what's up? Interesting, huh? I know there's a lot of reflections, but that last cat was sleeping on my back the whole time. I didn't like his markings. It wasn't as attractive, but one of my friends said, that cat wants to go home with you. Yeah, so we got the one that's sitting on the pack. Yeah, but then she swatted one of the other cats. I don't want any fighting. And I agree that Tuxedo is gorgeous and has a very, very, very meditative temperament. Your two cats were killed by a wildcat? Well, God, that sucks. We don't have any wildcats here in Portland, I don't think. But, yeah. Anyway, the tabbies are nice. Cats usually pick us, yes. Well, do you think that cat picked me because he sat on my backpack? One of my friends says yes. A weasel walks into a bar. The barman says, wow, I've never served a weasel before. What can I get you? Pop goes the weasel. I don't even know where Pop Goes the Weasel comes from. I will unpack. I think it's a sign. And that's what everybody is saying. Well, I have to get the cat. It just came that very day. It hasn't even been given a name, hasn't even been spayed. So I'm going to go back on Tuesday and do some more research. And I'm going to also take a picture of that really bad joke. This is Douglas Bloch, Depression Recovery YouTube podcast. It's 12:24 every Sunday from 12 to 1. We welcome your questions about mental health recovery. We do not diagnose, we do not treat, but we create a healing, loving community where everybody is welcome to connect with each other. Hard decision, go with your heart. I've never regretted adopting any cat. My first cat when I was a child was so ugly we couldn't even give her away. I loved her and she loved classical music. Look at Boat. Look at Bruce, a face only a mother can love. Yes, Bruce was a cat that had to grow on you, but he turned out to be the best cat I've ever had. You've been diagnosed with cancer. Wow, Julie, sorry to hear about it. I think I might have prostate cancer. My PSA, prostate-specific antigen, has been going up like this. It's not quite in the danger zone, but I'm taking this thing to shrink the prostate. I mean, getting old. Not for sissies, but anyway, oh, God bless you. Whatever the cancer is, I hope they caught it early. All right, so yes, thank you. I'm interesting the ones that you think that the one that adopted me that was on my pack. And yes, Julie Nelson, we're going to pray for you. And also, I want to give you the best prayer ministry in the country by far. I've given it to thousands of people over the last half century. It's called Silent Unity. They got a prayer line that's 24 hours. They do what's called an affirmative prayer, and they hold you in light for 30 days in their prayer chapel. It is 816 6969. Okay, let's try it again. 969-2000. So, Julie Nelson, you should call that line, tell them you have cancer, they will put you on their prayer line. Hi, Sir Douglas. My father was operated on colon cancer and now have constipated, anxious feeling. I have cancer too. Well, you should get a colonoscopy. Have them check it out. That's what happens to me. People, when they get over 50, they have to have one every 10 years or 5 years. I hope the operation was successful. Once you know you have prostate cancer, it might be stage 3 or 4 and then game over. Yeah, I don't think that's the case with me because I'm not even in the danger zone for the PSA. But if it is 3 or 4, Well, not going there. I'm fearful to get married because of my anxiety. And why is that, Grish? A lot of people get married when they're anxious. That's what the partner's for, to help you out, and vice versa. Bruce has been up his own way. Eye of the beholder. We had a cat with a huge bump on their head. We called her Lumpy. Even after we got her tumor removed, she was so grateful and so lovely. Having a bad day today, Nancy. Couldn't sleep last night. Sometimes these things happen. All right, so a couple of weeks ago, I asked you about whether you liked one of two titles of my suicide prevention book, Overcoming Suicidal Pain or When It Hurts Too Much to Live. And you guys voted on When It Hurts Too Much to Live. Okay, new audiobook I'm writing based on my website on suicide prevention, right? Okay, now the question is the subtitle. I'll get back to you that in a second when I answer your questions. Anyway, and this too shall pass. Hang in there. If today's a bad day, tomorrow will be a good day. Navanu Pereira, you're the one reason why I just got out of health anxiety. Thank you. Well, I'm glad I was helpful. I'm not very happy that we just went down to 41 viewers, but hit those like buttons. But I'm glad I was able to be helpful. Thank you. Paulo Nepo. Anyway, Paulo, thank good surgery was successful. Hope all is well with everyone. This community health really helps a lot. Yes. And colon cancer, if they catch it early, it can be cured. Larry Neary, nice to see you. Hi, Douglas. When these antidepressants came out, Zoloft, Prozac, is it true a lot of patients got discharged from mental hospital? No, that was, you're thinking about way back in the 70s when Thorazine was discovered and people who were in the psych ward for 1 or 2 years because they were schizophrenic. Then they were released because it took away their symptoms. Prozac and Zoloft were not used for hospitalized people. They were used for people, outpatient, who were going through depression. And there is Edward Steiner with his wonderful thank you weekly contribution. The only thing we're missing from you, Edward, is a funny joke. The guy, nice to hear from you. $13.99 Canadian money. That funds. Thank you for your donation. I told my therapist it's been the worst out of sessions, but he didn't have much of a response. Maybe it's hard for me to feel emotional support from others, or maybe I need a new therapist. Why don't you talk about it with some other people? I don't really have a comment, but it would be strange that your therapist would have no response if you told them you were feeling worse after therapy. I would say, if I were the therapist, which I used to be, what is it about this session that's bumming you out? Hey, life, always great to see you. I love your little sunglasses over your head and your little suit. Very cute. Been in Zol for years for OCD, thankful, and never been on a mental hospital. Keep the faith, Paolo. Yes, 56, Greg, 14. We need to hit our magic number of 70. Okay. Yes, the like button. Samard Halabi, you always say hit the like button. Okay, so one subtitle of the book, When It Hurts Too Much to Live, is A Survival Guide for Overcoming Suicidal Pain. Period. That's the current subtitle. The subtitle that was suggested to me by Noah Thomas, my good friend and videographer, was A Survival Guide for Overcoming Suicidal Depression. Period. Which subtitle do you like better? Question mark. I like the way Survival Guide for Overcoming Suicidal Pain, but Noah says depression is something that more people can relate to. It also ties into my ministry for the past 25 years and everything I've written, including the 400 videos I posted on YouTube. So he thinks suicidal depression is better having the subtitle than suicidal pain. What are your thoughts on the matter? It is hard to find a good therapist, you're right. One-to-one who seemed uncomfortable being in the same room with me, and I don't know why, very awkward. Anyway, if you guys can weigh on those two subtitles, Overcoming Suicidal Pain or Overcoming Suicidal Depression, I would appreciate it. I like the pain subtitle, and then Uncle Hubert says, I'm with Noah, not everybody experiences suicidal pain. Pain in the title are more people in pain besides depression. That is true. Absolutely true. People can be in pain from breakups of relationship and financial failure. Hello, Peggy. Marina Black Yarn, love to see you. She basically called me a failure, completely crushed my self-confidence. How can a therapist do that? You're my favorite human on YouTube. What about your favorite non-human? Noah's a fairly young man. Is fairly for a young man. I'm not quite sure what that means. He's 35. That's what I used to be. Well, see, it's right. Suicide is never painless. So, yeah, 2 for suicidal pain, 2 for suicidal depression. They're going right down the middle. Overcoming Suicidal Pain is named my website, and it's kind of a little easier to pronounce. There it is right there. You should guys go do it. 3 years in the making. It's really good. And I forgot, I need to mention this every time we get started, but I have this, you've seen this before. 50 self-care activities to improve your mood. Free copy of this PDF on my website, personal website, douglasbloch.com. I don't know, have any of you been there? And Cosworth from the UK, thank you very much. Life is burden for us. Why not suicide? Because pain comes in waves, and sometimes things get better, and there are ways to deal with the burden. And there are treatments. Depression is a treatable condition. I've been through 4 breakdowns, hospitalizations. I've gotten better. So, anyway, to answer your question, Emmanuel, I think that we have to keep on keeping on, because you never know what tomorrow may bring. Maybe flip a coin. That's true. Yes, do a poll on the book channel. I have to figure out how to do a poll. Thank you. Why don't you email me and tell me how to do that? You're afraid you're going to get depersonalization? Well, I don't know very much about it, but you might want to talk to your doctor. You have the chart on your desk? Excellent, Jennifer Tiana. Well, you guys can get it. You can get that chart by going to douglasbloch.com. douglasbloch.com. All right. My hub website. It is 35 minutes after the hour. I'm going to stretch because I can't sit for very long with my hip pain, but keep asking questions. Yeah, you told me to do a poll, Uncle Hubert. Send me a link. Send me a link to a description about how to do a poll on YouTube. That'd be really, really good. Send it to douglasbloch@gmail.com right here. All right. I've walked a lonely path, but I'm here to tell my story. Well, very good, Inspector Clouseau. You're from the UK. I love the Pink Panther. It's a great name, and I hope that you share your story with people because it's valuable. Vyarnder Kumar, I'm 52 and my daughter is 16. We're both suffering from anxiety and depression. Well, often runs in families. Are you reaching out for help? Yeah, go to douglasblog.com, get the free copy of that chart. I feel too stuck to do any of the suggestions. Can't hold on. Well, EPAT, have you reached out for help? Okay. So EPAT. Have you reached out for support? Question mark. We are meant to heal in community. Period. We can't always do it ourselves. Period. Yeah, if you feel stuck, you need to reach out and get support, EPAT. You can get better with the right kind of support. Yeah, I have never had depersonalization counts canceled, but I know a lot of people in their 20s who got it from smoking bad marijuana, and it seems like a bad thing. It usually does get better over time, but you know, it's nothing I would wish on my worst enemy. Yeah, derealization and depersonalization, I think, are the same things. All right, one more time for you latecomers. I am going to adopt. Hi, Di Lorenzo. Well, I'm struggling with a lot of health challenges right now. Is what's going on with me. Here are the cat. One more time. Here are the cats. This is Zirko. These female tabbies. Oops. Here's a female tabby here. They're sisters. And this one over here is black cat. Very, very playful, called Knox. I hear they make really good pets. Here they are. And this is Zirko here. This one over here is a tuxedo cat. So, Joan and I are going to be adopting 2 of those 4 cats. Do you think we should get 1 tuxedo or 1 black and 1 tabby, or either 2 tabbies or 2 of the black cats? Let me know. Lazy Eye Ranch, I depend on your feedback for this. Paulo, when we get super anxious and have fear, is it normal to feel like you can't feel your legs, like you're going to fall? Yeah, dizziness is one of the symptoms of really high anxiety. Well, we haven't done anything in life. We're just thinking about it. Any thoughts about acupuncture? Acupuncture is very relaxing. I know it's good for anxiety. It just balances out everything. It's a good thing to have. Tuxedo and black, that's what I'm leaning towards. Get all of them. Yeah, right. 4 cats when you're 73 and Joan is 69. Yeah, I don't think so. How do you become irrational in fears? You face the fears and the thing that you fear. And of course, you go get some help with a psychotherapist. What do you call an alligator? An investigator. That's bad. BetterHelp, yes, I think BetterHelp is very good. So is Talkspace. They're good platforms on the internet for internet counseling. All right, I'm getting up. My left hip, which was operated on a year ago, is really hurting. It's 12:40. We got 20 more minutes, but I got to stretch and drink some of my ginger tea, because ginger is good for inflammation. Except for Ann C., who I believe is 85. I'm sure I'm the oldest person on this live chat. Oh my God. Hi, boys and girls. I have arthritic hands. See how this one is bigger than the other? Maybe not. You're supposed to go like this. Exercise them, or go like this. Keep the little fingers moving. I love that tuxedo and the black one. Different personality, energy, seems complementary, like yin and yang. Yes, the black one, the tuxedo is Mel, and the black one is Hyper. Nice to see you, Andrea J. Sorry, I'm standing up like a giant, but I have to basically stretch my hips. Zadid Link. I took an antidepressant for 12 years. I stopped it. It's been 3 months. Everything is going good. I feel grateful. Well, we should feel grateful when things are going well. Ginger and turmeric. Yes, I'm taking a ginger and turmeric supplement. Thank you. I used to run a dating service for chicken, but I was struggling to make ends meet. Edward, you've done it again. What do we think of Edward Steiner's joke, huh? I used to run a dating service for chickens, but I was struggling to make hens meet. An absolutely horrible pun, but I love bad puns, and I'm going to take a picture of that one. I wonder if they'll let me do it on my next video. What was the name of that girl with one leg much shorter than the other? Eileen? That's bad. I don't know. Why am I laughing? I take pictures of these things so I can use them for my videos. Good, Edward. You love a good joke, Inspector Clouseau. I think the last two were very good. When do you know when it's time to switch therapists? I'm scared to do it, but maybe it's time after 2 years with little progress. Yeah, you got to look into yourself and, ask people around you who love and care about you. But, if something's not working, I had a psychiatrist that wasn't helping me, and I decided to get rid of him, and it saved my life. Because the new one I got recommended ECT and got me the help I needed. If I had stayed with the old one, I might not even be here. Hey, Paul Flint, nice to see you. Yes, we all love a good joke, don't we? Hit that like button and hit the $sign for a super chat. Let's get some more income in here, and let's see what the head count is, right? In terms of what we've got, 63, only 7 more to hit 70. As Sarad Halabi would say, smash that like button. Your favorite Uncle Hubert, I think Eileen works at the IHOP. Yes, I like that joke. 68, Inspector Clouseau. Hit the like button, 2 more, and we hit 70. You can do it. You guys can do it. How to deal with imposter syndrome? It fuels my anxiety. Do you know what that is, guys? I think it's when you think you're not real and you're a fake person. I've never had it, but someone explain to me what imposter syndrome is. But I was struggling to make ends meet. Yes, I love it. All right, a couple of other advertisements. I had the worst episode in 25 years ago. I just celebrated my 25th anniversary of my recovery. It was an agitated depression I wrote about in a book called When Going Through Hell Don't Stop, The Survivor's Guide to Overcoming Anxiety and Clinical Depression. That's the screen by Edward Munch, and it has now been converted to an audiobook on Amazon. If I can find it, because I need to be more organized. And I probably can't find it. Oh well. There it is. On Amazon, When Going Through Hell Don't Stop. Read by a brilliant Australian voice actor. My memoir of how I got out of the worst jam I've ever been in. Anyone else get flat mood? It's horrible. Yes, I have a flat mood right now. Too many medications to help me sleep. Yes, you're right, Jack Henry. Anatomy of an Illness, one of my favorite books. Laughter helps with health, not just depression. How will I face my problem when face is my problem? Interesting. Have we hit 70? That's all I care about. Imposter syndrome is when you did your part and paid your dues and still you cannot enjoy your success, believing that you don't deserve it. Interesting. Well, I deserve my success. I've worked my butt off for 50 years. Anyway, thank you for explaining that to me. Paul Flint, nice to see you. You're right, Inspector Clouseau. I like a good joke. And hi, Paul. Grish Radhakrishnan, 99% of people here have never seen a doctor. I'm assuming you mean where you live, which is probably India. Yes, Andrew J. Great seeing you also. Chronic anxiety is really a pain. Could not agree more. BetterHelp is good. Talkspace is good. And yeah, I wish I could get all 4 cats. I had a friend who used to take in stray cats. She like 8 or 9 at a time. That was really overdoing it. You look like we brother. Well, maybe we are. Pretty damn sure there's a pun on imposter, but not quite sure. Well, this is the last page of my jokes that I've collected. What do you call an Irish bulletproof vest? An Irish bulletproof vest. Rick O'Shea. I like that. What do you call an Irish bulletproof vest? Rick O'Shea. All right. What do you think of that, ones, boys and girls? Hey, Douglas, I've never done shadow work. How does one begin it, sir? I've heard of it, but I've never done it. I'm not quite sure how shadow work goes. I think it has to do with facing your shadow, your dark parts that are not quite in your conscious. You got to find someone who does that as therapy. They call 3180. You love the jokes? Well, good. Spaghetti, that imposter syndrome? Yes, well, yeah, I have a better idea. Yeah, what do you call a fake piece of spaghetti? An impasta? But here's my favorite joke. I spent all the money I had on pasta. It was worth every penny. P-E-N-N-E. I spent all the money I had on pasta. It was worth every penny. All right, let's get some questions about mental health. We're not supposed to just talk bad jokes here and look at cats. 61 people still haven't quite hit the 70 mark. I would love to have 2 more donations in the next 12 minutes while we're on here. That would be really helpful. Anyway, thank you for talking about imposter syndrome. And yes, I spent every penny I did on pasta, absolutely. Adil Ahmad. We have a lot of people in the Middle East here. I've had depression for 3 years now. I'm getting treatment from a psychiatrist, but it's not working. I feel like I should give up. No, you can't give up. No. You never know what tomorrow may bring. And how many, antidepressants have you tried? Maybe 2 or 3. There's 30 of them. So no, hang in there. It's difficult. It's the most difficult thing you can ever do, but you've got to keep on going. Why did the depressed chicken cross the road to get to the other side? I like, why did the, what? I don't know. Why did the chicken who was attending a seance cross the road to get to the other side? Anyway, that's better. All right, so what was I going to put up? I was going to put something up there, and now I completely forgot what it was. I'm not quite sure what you mean by a random thought enters your mind and brings my mood down or cheers up. Those are called intrusive thoughts, but I'm not quite sure what the rest means. Yes, Adil Ahmad, no. One reason you should never give up, and that now I know what I was going to write down. You never know what tomorrow may bring. Exclamation point. That's why you should never give up. There have been so many times in my life where I have at the end of my rope, it's never going to get better. 1982, 3, living with my parents, 9 months depressed, in and out of 3 hospitals, suicidal. And then one day I got an acceptance letter from Portland State University to go to their social work school. I was in New York, flew out to Portland, reconnected with Joan, who had been a friend of mine in Eugene, fell in love, got married, bought a house, started my writing career, and within 5 months, my entire life had turned around. Everything. So you can never give up because you never know what's around the corner. Raharshi, nice, great to see you. Lately I've been scared about how I'll never have a normal life again because I suffer from depression. Is this it? No, it's just depression lies about the future. Depression lies about the future. Period. When it tells you there's no hope, comma, it's not true. So, do you think BetterHelp and Talkspace are appropriate for teenagers, or is it more for adults? I don't know. I've never been on either one. I know they seem very, very competent on both of them. Yeah, I went to a gym for lazy people. I did a diddly squat there. Very nice. Yes, Paul Flynn, anhedonia is the essence of depression, the inability to experience pleasure. I've tried almost everything, but it's my circumstance which I can't change, too mentally weak. And what is the circumstance you're in, the EPAT, that you can't change? And sometimes if you're in a difficult situation, you can just adjust to it by changing your attitude towards it. Not always. So we need more information. And are you seeing a counselor? That's really, really critical. Any tips for someone who suffers from chronic fatigue? Go to a naturopath or someone who treats it. I know that, yeah, I don't know the specifics, but I know that a lot of people do have it. I always get flat around a certain time of the month for women. Now I get it. I do a guided meditation for creativity and brings my mood back. Good for you. You found a coping strategy. Nice work. All right, keep the questions coming in. I would certainly like a donation in the last 7 minutes. It's certainly, just click on the super chat button and you're on your way. Okay, got an email. Disregarded, do the second one. Thank you. And called Hubert. I would like to look about how to do a poll. Doctor, I think I'm a moth. Sorry I can't help you. Me. Sorry I saw the light on, so I came in. Yeah. So, doctor goes to a patient and says, you only have 6 months to live. 6 months goes by, the patient doesn't pay the bill. The doctor says, okay, I'll give you another 6 months. Very good joke from the Catskills. I love it. Lots of doctor jokes. I forgot one of the others. This is a dark one. People don't always like it. Doctor calls the patient. Thank God I got a hold of you. I have bad news and worse news. Well, what's the bad news? Well, the doctor says you only have 1 day to live. Patient says, sounds pretty severe. What's the worst news? Doctor says, I've been trying to get a hold of you for the past 24 hours. And there you have it. 2 doctor jokes. What is my opinion on antidepressants? I've been on Prozac 6 to 8 weeks, but not think of stopping. Well, like everything else, they work for some people, not for others, but they definitely have their place. No question about it. So if you think of stopping, talk to the person prescribing. You shouldn't discontinue antidepressants just on your own, especially if someone's prescribing them. All right, Night Watch, what's your opinion on, oh yeah, antidepressants, they have their place. Roger RC, joke time. If I drop broccoli and a pizza from a rooftop at the house, do you know which one will reach the ground first? Pizza, because it's fast food. That was horrible. Anyway, and what is your favorite joke, Doug? Paul Flint? Let me know which one. Riding a bicycle lifts me. Yes, that does it for me. Absolutely. Riding a bike, exercise. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. In terms of coping strategies, exercise is nature's antidepressant. Period. So Labor Day is coming up a week from Monday. What are we going to do when fall comes around? Are you all going to be bummed out, the transition from summer to fall and from fall to winter? I always am. Summer's my favorite time of month, and so it's always difficult. So what do you guys do about seasonal changes? We are coming up with one pretty quickly. This is the Depression Recovery Radio Hour. Why do you say radio hour? I used to run a radio show. The Depression Recovery Video Hour on YouTube with Pastor Doug, answering any of your questions about mental health recovery, and also encouraging you to support and join with each other in creating community. And if someone here is struggling, like Julie Nelson, who said she had cancer, we need to pray for her and give her lots and lots of emotional support. Your birthday's on Labor Day. Congratulations, you little Virgo, you. Huh. Oh no, says Lazy Eye Ranch. That's scary. I always worried about tomatoes when I was in Oklahoma and Texas. The storms are outrageous. Yeah. Paul Flint, guy sees his friend in a psychiatrist unit. His friend thinks he's okay, so he throws a brick at him. Tell them that. Don't get that one. It's not done yet. Going to enjoy it and then start looking for pumpkins. Well, that's one way to deal with the change of seasons. For Saturday, use therapy lights and get up 2 hours early to get more natural light. Kelly Burns, you're right. We'll talk about that when the time actually comes. I kind of jumped the gun, didn't I? 12:58. Yes, Lazy Eye Ranch. I usually sad when summer ends too, but it's been hot here. 25 degrees when 90 degrees are over. Yeah. And you do hear birds in the background. They're feeding right on my front porch. They're little golden chickadees. Yes, they're really making a big noise, aren't they? Reef, you'll be turning 43 next month. Good for you. You're born in 79. I'm born in 49. We're 30 years apart. You're young enough to be my son. Hi, son. You can call me Dad. Is that a budgie? I think it's a finch, a goldfinch, actually. Do you have a parrot? Nope. But it doesn't quite sound like a parrot. It sounds like a goldfinch. All right. Uncle Hubert, his is on 909. Well, your birthday's coming up, my friend. 51. You guys are so friggin' young. I hate it. As I said, there's nobody even close to my age except for Ann C. on this channel. Still hot in the UK. I have some friends going over to Vienna to do some bicycling. Hope it cools off there. Lagai, how is it in Canada? Is it getting as hot as here it is in the Pacific Northwest? It has been really hot this summer. All right. What else do I have to share? We had Noah and I posted a video yesterday on the meaning of life. Next week we're going to post a video on how to avoid falling into relapse, and then I'm going to post a video on 2 weeks from now about using pain as a teacher. It's called No Pain, No Gain. Very unoriginal title, but very powerful video. So I do put videos out a couple times a week. I also have my Words That Heal videos. Some of you really appreciate them. Book I published in 1990. Affirmations and Meditations for Daily Living. I have putting the whole thing on YouTube, and it is also on audible.com. If you guys like affirmations, this is the book that is considered one of the better ones. Alex Jones, you coming here in the last, it's 1 o'clock. You're not only late, we're wrapping up, but nice to see you. Much better weather in Seattle recently, huh? Cool down. Cappuccino, please. Wow, you came at the end. I moved to a new place after a breakup. My life situation is just too much because so many other problems in my life too. I'm overwhelmed. Your videos help me a lot. Yes, Cappuccino, please. I know you're overwhelmed, but it's going to get better. You got to just take care of one problem at a time and get support. See your counselor. Do self-care. You can make it through this. One day at a time, says Kevin Wilson. That is the way to get through any crisis. It is 1 o'clock. We are coming to the end of our depression recovery video hour here on YouTube with Pastor Doug. I'm standing up one more time to stretch out my hips. Don't mean to look like the Jolly Green Giant. I'm going down to the, what do you call it? Going down to the Humane Society to look for some more cats. And I am going to a physical therapist to help me with my joint pain. And yeah. Physical health, mental health, all connected. We wish you all good mental, physical health, everybody in this chat, including myself. And John Paul, I am struggling with physical health problems, arthritis, prostate problems, sleep problems. So there you have it. Life is difficult. But as long as our mood is good, as long as we have some peace of mind, that's what the key is. So, 1:02 p.m., you have about 5 or 6 more minutes to chat amongst yourselves. There's always time for one more donation. Hit the $, the super chat button, hit the like button. This coming Saturday, another video with Noah, and then on Friday we have Flashback Friday, where I run some of my most popular videos from the past. I've been doing this for a decade. Some of these videos you've never seen, so you'll get to see them. So check out your notifications on Saturday and Sunday, Friday and Saturday. You're going to get some new good videos. I'll be here on Sunday, Labor Day weekend. And until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. Looking at some final comments here. Glad to see you, Douglas. Thank you for putting out videos. Seke, you're more than welcome. Yes, thank you very much, Lazy Eye Ranch. They will be lucky cats, and please, say a prayer for me about we find the right and perfect kittens. So, here's my affirmation that Joan and I created. We are guided by Bruce to find the right and perfect cat to fill our hearts and bring joy into our lives. Bruce is leading us the way. I'm glad I helped you out, SB322. And if I helped you out, you turn around and do the same for someone else. Same thing, pass it forward. And never surrender, never give up. You're right, Inspector Clouseau. You never know what tomorrow may bring. And we'll talk to you guys next Sunday, which is going to be what? The 4th of September. Until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. Talk to you next week.